very, very welcome.
My name is Red-winged Blackbird. My American name is Shelly, and I feel very honored to be here and be part of the program today. And Tommy has been allowing me into his home, and I came over with Nancy to partake in a swim with special needs, young adults and children. And we hope to be back another year and continue with that goal. And we are continuing to get into the seawater each day, and it's been my first experience in there. Very scary at first, but very rewarding as well. The first swim over in San Francisco from Alcatraz to the bay was about 1.5 miles, and we had 12 Native Americans from different tribes that participated. And before we go on any journey or do something where we are wanting to heal others or heal ourselves, we do Native American blessings. And I have brought 2 different things to offer a blessing to all of you here during your healing program. If you would be willing to accept that, I can do that before I leave. I use an eagle feather. It is a sacred creature amongst our people. I have a bald eagle feather that is beaded, and I also have sage and sweetgrass, 2 types of blessings that are used to light and smoke, which is called smudging for our people. And while they are lit, you think of the things that you are asking for healing. If it be something physical, spiritual, mental, whatever it is that you're needing healing for. And as you breathe in the smoke, you think of those things. And as you exhale, you try to release those from your body.
Tell us a little bit more. I know the swim that you do, it's not just for the actual swim itself, but it's to help the health and well-being, and I imagine food that you eat and so on.
So the swim was organized by Nancy, and she headed the program, but she has other helpers that are there. And the purpose was to prevent diabetes, not just diabetes awareness, but to let people know what healthy options are for foods on the reservation as well as off. While we were there, we were in intensive training, so we had different exercise activities, different swim coaching activities. We were in the water that was about 60 degrees or less each day. And we were there for the maximum of 1 hour, and we would normally go twice a day. And we had different nutrition goals each day, so we had to make sure that we were all eating together as a family, grocery shopping together, making sure that we were reading labels and choosing healthy options instead of unhealthy options. While we were there, we were not allowed to eat any sugar, any artificial sugar. We didn't eat any white bread, a lot of things that were...
What did you eat?
we had a lot of great food. We had whole foods, foods that were from the ground, foods that were unprocessed, foods without chemicals in them. So it was a learning experience for a lot of people, because generation after generation, our people have started to eat unhealthier and become more, having more diseases, having a high prevalence of diabetes amongst our people. And so we're trying to get our people back into eating healthier and exercising more. And so Nancy has played a big role in that for us.
Language. Have you spent your own native language?
So that's a question that saddens me, because our people, when the Europeans came over, our people were not allowed to speak their native language. They were not allowed to wear their regalia, their natural clothing that they wore. They were not allowed to have long hair. They were taken from their homes and placed into boarding schools, and many of them were brutally raped and beaten. And so along those terms, we have lost the language. There are very few elders that still speak the language fluently. So that is something that the younger generation is trying to get back into our communities so that we can pass that on. and continue speaking the language. So it's myself, I was not allowed to learn the language. My great-grandfather was an interpreter and spoke the language fluently, but he told his children, my grandmother, that it was going to be a white man's world, and there was no use for the language, the native language, because they would be beaten. So I hope that that will change, and I will do my best to make that change for myself and my family.
And I just learned last week, one of the participants in our program from Pine Ridge, he participated 4 years ago. He went back home, got married, had a baby, and decided that he wanted to actually be alive to see his son grow up. So he lost 50 pounds, he started eating healthy, exercising healthy, and he just emailed me last week that they're actually working together to start a Lakota language preschool on Pine Ridge. And he said part of it, just now that he feels healthy, he feels so empowered to be able to do so many things, and knowing that he can take care of himself has enabled him to start looking at ways to take care of others as well. Yeah. And it's through the language.
Red-winged Blackbird, I think we'd be honored to get a blessing from your people.
Thank you. So I will light the sage and I will light the sweetgrass, and I will start by blessing Nancy and Tom, and then I will go around the audience. And so if you feel okay doing it, you just take your hands and you breathe the smoke in and you put it over your head. If you'd like to, you can kind of run it down along your body. You're blessing your entire body, and you're wanting to breathe it in and think of the things that you want to release from your body, and then exhale, breathing the bad things out of your body.
Are there smoke alarms? Red Wing, is it okay for us to continue with?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Nancy and Red Wing Blackbird. People from here are traveling all over the world doing wonderful things down through the years, and we've got one man who's just back from Africa, one of a man from Kiel direction. I'd love to welcome onto the stage Father Nicky Hennepy. Hennepy has been working in many places in Africa, and he will tell us a little bit about that. And